So if I was at the beginning of a cloud journey, maybe I've only got one, or I'm thinking about now. I'm going to pick one cloud venue to start to do some workload migration to. Would I need a cloud management tool then? Would I not just stick to the AWS or the Azure interface to manage it from that perspective? I mean, how early should I be thinking about implementing a cross-provider cloud management solution?
Well, I think the reality of this is it should be straight away. And why? Because the stats say, if you look at Forrester, Gartner, McKinsey, etc., on average, an organization wastes about 40% of their money on cloud. So 40. I say to my clients, essentially it's sort of £10 for AWS and £4 to the bin. £10 to the AWS, £4 to the bin. Literally, you are throwing money away. And if this is happening because people haven't got cloud management from the beginning, fix it now. Don't become the person who is burning their cash in a year's time, in 2 years' time, in 3 years' time, and then deal with it, because you've already lost 3 years worth of cash. Get the tools in place now, so you are never one of those statistics. And that's the bottom line. Start now, because it will cost you far more than any tool will ever cost you. Okay.
So we're talking on the subject of cost saving. You know, that's quite a scary statistic you've just quoted there. From the engagements that you've had, what are the typical ranges of potential savings? And I know your capability has multiple ways of saving money. We're talking about optimization recommendations, the right sizing type approach, but also just the operational efficiencies of having not having to swivel chair between those systems. From different systems when it comes to the data operations and things. So when you've engaged with customers and you're looking at what is the size of the prize that you're able to offer by way of savings, what are you sort of seeing there in terms of sort of numbers?
So with the very basic functionality, which is basically the things you talk about, typical cost management, making sure you switch off things not being used, make sure you're running hardware in the right size. We'll get anywhere from 25 to 40% savings. We've just done one audit with a client, 40 million a year, and we found just under 10 million savings with just the basics. That's not even using all of the super smart tools that we have. But on the other end of the scale, Kumoco, we have lots of cloud. We have lots of divisions that we use it for. We save ourselves personally 77% of all of our cloud costs using our own tool. And obviously, we'd be nuts not to use our own tool. But 77% is what we currently save on our cloud infrastructure. And we use all sorts of stuff. And that's part of that is using Spot. For those people who don't know who haven't used Spot, it's worth Googling AWS Spot, and it's something we can do in a separate topic and talk to clients about. But it's ways of really, really taking your savings beyond what you could imagine. And if you're spending 10 million a year, the idea that you could potentially be saving between 5 and 7 of that with the full complement of tools, that just starts with this. You'd be mad not to try it. It's just a no-brainer.
Well, absolutely, you're completely right.